Guys, it's Carl from Toxic Escape. So I want to do a video on career change, and this is a conversation I've been having with quite a few people over the last few months. Most of them are guys and girls in their 30s and 40s, and they're really just starting to reflect on their life and where they are and the decisions that they made, and really, they probably feel like this is the best opportunity for them to make a change. I suppose traditionally in Ireland, you go to school, you get out around 17, 18, 19, and you're kind of forced to make a decision in terms of what topic you do in college or what career path. But at that stage in your life, you don't have the experience or the awareness of yourself to really know where your strengths lie and the right role for you. And I suppose 30s and 40s, you start to mature a lot more and you'll have a better sense of what you might want to do. So I think the first challenge, and is often the most difficult challenge, is finding what you really love to do in your life. I think people get hung up over trying to find a specific role, but I think initially just try and find an industry that you're interested in. So be a lot broader and just a general idea of what it might be. For me, I had an interest in helping people. Some people have an interest in healthcare, and others have an interest in helping children. Others have an interest in education. I have a client at the moment, and he's an accountant, and accountancy is a great job. It's a very secure job, but his passion is music. So he's trying to find ways to get involved in the music industry. Now again, he doesn't have a clear vision about what specific role he'll have, but he doesn't need to at this stage. It's really just getting a foot in the door and just seeing what out there, what opportunities are available to him. I think the second step for him and for me as well is you start networking with people who are already in that industry. I'm using LinkedIn big time at the moment. I'm just shooting out emails to different people, whether they're therapists or whether they're authors, and just seeing the path that took them to where they are now, the process of getting a book launched or published, a process of becoming a full-time therapist. And it's great because I find that people are very helpful in the same way that people are emailing me and they're asking me about how did I get involved in psychotherapy and how did I get to the point where I am now. It's a great resource. I think people really should embrace it. Don't be afraid to email people, because I find that people generally want to help. Once you have a sense of the industry and what you might do, then you need to look at what your requirements are in terms of education and qualifications and experience. Now, the biggest roadblock for most people is money. And that's just a fact of life. Education is expensive, courses are very dear. But again, if you reach out to different colleges and see what packages they have, I find that a lot of them will offer payment deals or payment options, so you can pay over a longer period. So there could be ways of paying it over a 2 or 3 year period, whatever course you're doing, that may make it more affordable and it doesn't interfere with your day-to-day life. I'm back in college now doing a master's, and thankfully the college that I'm attending, they allow me to pay over a 1 year period. So it means that it's not a huge hit. I can still pay bills and get on with my life. So don't disregard it. People just they just figure I can't afford to do this and they just stop. Don't do that. Email the different colleges and see what's out there. And again, use LinkedIn to find out about the different type of experience that you need. And you'd be surprised, people will take you on, even if it's something that's on the evenings or weekends and it's not paid. You won't mind so much if you love doing what you're doing. Again, I'm a pre-accredited therapist. Now I've been working for 3 years, but the process of becoming accredited, it's a long, slow process. I would go from my day job to get to the practice, and sometimes that's twice a week. But I love it. I wouldn't have it any other way. I love working with clients. I love the process of being a therapist. And I do it, and I enjoy doing it. So to me, it's not a chore, and it's a learning experience. But eventually, I'm looking at making that transition from doing it in the evenings to being full-time. And it's a steady process, and I don't really believe in all or nothing. I don't think you should just jump from one career to the next, because there's too many factors. And again, the biggest one is finances. Why would you walk out of a job that's paying well into a job where you're not really sure about? But again, that's where that transition process is all about building up experience, but also being able to bring value to people's lives, so people will actually see that you are an expert or extremely well qualified in your field, and that you're someone that really people would want to employ. But I think if the intention's in there, if your intention is to do a good job and to really boost people's lives, then I think the right job will follow you. But the foundation of all of this is two things. It's number one, it's vision. You need to have a strong vision of what you would like to do and how you fit into that. Again, don't get too hung up over specific roles, but get an idea of how it might be for you. Again, my client who's interested in music, again, he hasn't a strong sense at the moment what he's going to do, but he knows he loves playing guitar and he's interested in sound design. So that's his starting point, and his vision is built from there. But this, and the second factor is passion. You have to really love what you're doing. I love what I'm doing. You know, he loves music. Anyone that I know that's involved in helping children, in educating people, they love what they do, and that's what drives them forward. But part of that love is also finding a job where you can express yourself and be creative and share your voice. And again, a lot of jobs, especially in the corporate world, might suppress that. In my day job in IT, I'm lucky in that they don't suppress that. They allow me to be creative. But for me, it's about having purpose, and I feel like IT isn't why I'm here. I'm here for other reasons, and I think there's more to my life than just that. I like to connect with people and reach with people, so that's why I keep moving forward in the direction I want to go and becoming a full-time therapist and potentially a full-time writer. But there's loads of opportunities out there. I think really the biggest factor that's holding people back is fear. Fear of the unknown, fear of how we're going to pay bills, fear of people not supporting us if we do make changes. But a big part of it is taking a leap of faith and, you know, working through your fears, exploring your different options and writing them all down and rationalising our fears. Because I find that people are much more supportive than we realise, and financially we will be able to cope. It may be tough. I know it was tough for me for a good few years paying college fees, but it was well worth it. I wouldn't change it for the world, and it may lead to something greater. You know, for me, I'm open to what happens next in terms of my career. The practice I work for are very supportive if I decide to go full time. Again, the only thing holding me back is finances, but I know I'll make that transition when it suits, when it's the right time and the right opportunity comes, and the right opportunity will be there for you. You just have to take the first couple of steps and see what comes of it. So that's it. I'll leave it to it, guys. If you're thinking of a career change, don't just think about it. Really start to explore. Go to Google, do the research, talk to people, shoot me an email. I have a large network of people I can email, I can get information, feedback. If not, build up your own network on LinkedIn or via email or any other medium that's available to you. Twitter's another great one. Again, just shoot emails to people. Some will get back, some don't. But all you can do is try. That's it, guys. Thanks a million. Talk to you again soon. Bye-bye.